Welcome to another video of the long termer. This is the 2018 Tata Nexon XM Variant. The car has clocked close to 10,000 kilometers in this brief period of 1.5 years. In this video, I will be sharing the ownership experience of this car. Tata Nexon rose to its fame when, in the month of December 2018, it was crash tested and scored a massive 5-star rating in the Global NCAP, making it the first car of India ever to do so. XM variant comes with a flip key. It gets the control of locking and unlocking the car. There is a third button available for switching on the lights of the car. Let's check out the exterior. At the front grille, you can see Tata's embossing, which has chrome and piano finish. On the lower half, there is a chrome garnish. The upper half gets a piano black treatment. Aftermarket fog lamps, as this variant does not get fog lamps as standard. Halogen headlamps. The front look of the car is very attractive and imposing. The 209mm of ground clearance gives it a tall stance. The build quality of the car is quite exceptional than its competitors and feels more sturdy and solid. Before moving ahead, I just want to clarify that this is not the 5-star rated car, as only the variants or the model year which were post December 2018 came with the 5-star certification, and this particular car gets the 4-star rating, which is still not bad. The 16 inches steel wheels with wheel cap. Side claddings run throughout the car. Matte black finish ORVM with turn indicators. They are electronically adjustable but not foldable. The white color side panel on the door and on the back gives the car a distinct identity. Now coming to the rear profile of the car. Here you can observe that those white color body panels even continues to the rear profile of the car. This car features the Glasgow grey color and it comes with a dual finish bumper with reverse parking sensors. The antenna of the car. This variant does not come with a rear wiper or defogger nor the reverse parking camera. The variant's badging on the right. On the bumper, you even get the reflectors. The headlamps at night. The tail light. There are two aftermarket accessories in the car, these fog lamps and these roof rails. Holding the illumination button on the key opens the boot. The car gets 350 liters of boot space. It gets shopping hooks on both the sides. The upper variant even gets a parcel tray. The door handles are finished in matte black. In rear door, you get controls for the power windows. There is even piano black finish, a bottle holder, and a speaker. There are 4 speakers in this car, but there are several other provisions where you can put an aftermarket speaker. These are the rear seats. It does not get adjustable headrest. There are no rear AC vents and instead you get a mobile holder. Now coming to the front, on the driver's side door, you get all the 4 controls for the power windows along with piano black finish. Electronic adjust for the mirrors. Rolls-Royce inspired umbrella holder. Magazine and bottle holder. It even gets a dummy reflector. The front seat gets only the back adjust. Adjustable headrest on the front. The pedals of the car, you even get a footrest, bonnet opener, fuel lid opener, lots of cubby hole and bottle holder, the handbrake. This is the drive selector of the car. You get Sport, Eco and City mode, 6-speed manual gearbox, manual air conditioner, toggles for the wiper, steering mounted audio controls of the infotainment system. You can even answer phone calls, toggles for the light. While turning the ignition of the car, the needles of the instrument cluster does a full swipe, which is very sporty. 3.5-inch display of the infotainment system. Here are the physical controls of the system. There is even a boot opener button, 12-volt power output, USB and aux connectivity. The quality of plastic used is also very premium. Manual IRVM, the reading lamps, it even gets a sunglass holder. Driver side sunshade does not get a vanity mirror. The microphone. On the co-passenger side you get a vanity mirror. The glove box of the car. Magazine and bottle holder is there on both front doors. Now let's check out the driving dynamics of this car. Surprisingly, the car really impresses us on this part. It gets a 1.2 liter Revitron petrol engine, and on top of it, these driving modes in this small car does make all the difference. The eco mode feels lifeless and at times feels underpowered, but is the most fuel efficient. The city mode seems to be more usable and practical in the daily driving of this car. This is because it has the perfect blend of both the worlds. It doesn't feel too underpowered or rather too punchy. But how can I even miss the sport mode of this car? This is the mode in which the car produces the maximum power, that is of 110 PS. Put the car in sport mode and you will definitely have a smile on your face. Do mark my words, Tata has done a fantastic job on these drive selection modes. Having these modes in this under 10 lakh rupee car makes it really appreciable and desirable. If you're looking for a Tata Nexon in the used car market, you can easily get a deal for close to 7 lakh rupees, which is really worth it. There have been several instances in which I have seen the people getting confused between the top-end variant, that is the Alpha variant of the Maruti Suzuki Baleno, and the XM variant of the Tata Nexon. Personally, I will definitely opt for the XM variant of the Tata Nexon, as the Nexon doesn't feel like a hatchback unlike the Suzuki Baleno. It feels more sort of a compact SUV. And if you're out for buying a car, it is always advisable to aim at a segment higher, irrespective of it getting the creature comforts of the other car. If any of the viewer has a difference of opinion, feel free to post it in the comment section. The overall ride quality of the car is very impressive. The clutch and gearbox is on the lighter side and takes a bit of a time to adjust. The car is also very well insulated and the NVH levels are well contained. The steering wheel of the car is also well weighed and gives the driver the right amount of confidence. The owner of the car has complained as to the low fuel efficiency figures, and it ranges up to close to 12 to 13 kilometers per liter. Apart from this, there are no such other concerns. Even the maintenance cost of this car has been satisfactory, which was always the concern of people when choosing a Tata. The suspension of the car is on the stiffer side, but its high ground clearance really helps it in moving ahead on the rough patches. To sum up, for those who are looking for a small car but also want the stance of an SUV at a low price, along with the best in the class features and safety standards, then this will be the most suitable option for you. Kindly subscribe to my channel for more such reviews and press the bell icon for receiving the latest notification. Thanks for watching.